Okay, we're back on Sceneone TV Live. Hello guys, welcome to Sceneone TV Live, and of course this is our views. I had to take a moment to check everywhere. I'm sure some of you know the reason why I had to do that, because I haven't been on this couch like a while, so I was trying to see if it was still the same position it's always been, or if it has gone higher, or if it has gone, or if the color practically changed. Anyways, I missed you guys. Let me start with that. So here is me sending all my hugs and loves and kisses to you guys. Hello and welcome to our views on Sceneone TV. My name is Papi. How are you? Let me start. As in, it's been so long. How are you guys? First and foremost, let me say shout out to all of you that has kept in touch, that have been asking where is Walter, where is Sceneone TV Live. Apparently we've been here doing a lot of background work and trying to get the show better and bigger, actually bigger, but trust me, it's going to get better as it keeps airing, you know what I mean? So how are you? And how do we kickstart the show? We kickstart by saying say to you, how do they say it in Igbo? No, Kachifo is bye-bye. Please someone help me. What's the carbon in Igbo? I don't know, welcome basically. Welcome to another episode of our views on Sceneone TV after how many weeks of like little break, right? I guess. Anyways, how was your day? Let's start with that like we normally do. And how was your weekend? My weekend was splendid. I think I'm practically checklisting all my friends that are getting married. I don't think I have anyone left. Now what's happening now is my friends are getting married, so practically my weekend was more of wedding off, sending people off to their union and stuff like that. And my day was good, aside from the fact that I have this fractured knee, and climbing, if for those that have been to our office, our studio, we have this story buildings and penthouse where we are, and let me paint the picture in your head, and the staircase has been killing my knees, but then I'm good, and more importantly, I am very happy that I'm on the show. It's been a while, you're taking a part of my love for you guys away, in as much as we're trying to be better and stuff like that, but it's all good. I've done a lot of talking in just very few minutes, but let's go on a break. We have a guest today. I'm going to talk about something very important. Very important, because I used to be affected, so that's why I want us to talk about it this time around, because we had to talk about diabetes and of course hypertension. I don't know why I'm even focusing more on my hypertension, because it's a silent killer that has somehow, some way taken lives of people that matter to me. So I'd like us to talk about it, deliberate, ask questions, and you guys know, the numbers to call. Okay, I mean, Papi. When we go on this break, we are going to be having a guest, and of course, he's a doctor. Some of you already have seen the poster and stuff like that. So stay connected, don't go nowhere. Papi is back, and Sceneone TV Live is back, and our views is of course back. Don't go nowhere.
Hello and welcome to Sceneone TV. Are you experiencing any problem with our mobile app? Kindly contact our 24-hour online customer service. You can call us or send us a WhatsApp message on +234 8036 334229 or on +234 8090 717512. Our agents are always ready to respond to any of your complaints. To join the Sceneone family, all you have to do is download the Sceneone mobile app on Google Play Store or on iOS Store. Don't forget to also subscribe to our YouTube channel to enjoy free, hilarious, and entertaining content like Jennifer's Diary, Industry, and many more. You can also follow us on all our social media handles at Sceneone TV. Sceneone TV!
Nollywood at your fingertips!
What's happening, ladies and gentlemen? Generally speaking, I'm a very popular person. People call me Big Don Shagsy. Some people do call me sweetheart, darling, and much more. But that's a private matter. Other people do know me as Shegun Shege or called Jennifer. Or sometimes in my spare time, I could also be Faz, the bad guy. Ladies and gentlemen, for Jennifer's Diary, Industry, and much more bagging entertainment, keep it locked to Sceneone TV. Also, click on the subscribe button on Sceneone YouTube channel. Thank you so much. Kisses.
All right, guys, welcome back. Now, that's like a new stuff from us. We just recently launched that ad, and to join the family. I think this is something I've been preaching. I don't know why my own part has not been an advert, because practically myself and my entire team, we keep hammering on joining the family, and that's the Sceneone family. But all you have to do is go to www.sceneone.tv, or better still, download the app from the Google Play Store or the iOS store, that is of course Apple, and join the family. Stay connected to watch exciting content, exclusive content, and in as much as we're getting bigger and better, we do not want to leave you guys behind for just a very little token. Okay, today we're going straight up to our views, and today we're talking about a killer disease, or two killer diseases basically, but I think specifically, I don't know why I'm hammering more on hypertension, because somehow, some way, some people do not know that this thing is a silent killer. But today we're talking about causes and prevention of hypertension and diabetes. But before we introduce our guests, I'd like to show you guys something we did. Should I call it a documentary or a good cause? But then it's under our hot topic and the hood and stuff like that. But here is a short clip of our guests when they were doing something very big for the community. Stay connected as we bring you this. Don't go anywhere.
My name is Dr. Oshiemi Oluwayomi Ayotunde. I'm the Medical Director and CEO of Dales Healthcare. So basically, we're into medical laboratory. We're also into medical consultation, and we do general medical checkup. We started this organization May 1st. May 1st being Workers' Day, that was where we started. And our drive was basically because of, in Nigeria, we tend to see people who only go to hospitals and clinics when they are sick. So we've been able to identify that most people who should not have died a sudden death are now dying because of not going to the hospital to do their routine general medical checkup. So your blood pressure today, the high, it means say the thing to 20. So the normal we were supposed to get now 120/80, but now they get 160/100. It's too plenty. So let's look at it. For instance, what kind of general medical checkup are we talking about? Doing your blood pressure, doing your blood glucose check. If you are above 40 years old, if you're able to do your, what we call your cholesterol test, also your prostate-specific antigen if you are a man, and also try and do your kidney function test. So we've been able to understand that if all these tests are done, not because you are sick, we're going to try as much as possible to prevent at least more than 40% of people dying in Nigeria. So all the things where I talk, you go fit do am, abi? You go do am, you go reduce alcohol, cigarettes, and reduce the salt. Then you go dey take the drugs. All right. So have a nice day. Then in 10 days time, you'll come back here, come repeat the blood pressure. All right.
Alright guys, welcome back. I hope you enjoyed that. So that happened to be Dale's, I don't know if I get the name correctly, but Dale's medical center. We had to go cover I don't know if that's like more or less like a good cause. That was a free medical checkup from that stable. They were checking people's blood pressure as well as their blood sugar. Yeah, and today in the house we have a guest. He's no other person but Dr. Oshiemi How are you, sir? I was taking my time to produce. You know, I was going to say Oshiemi, but I'm so used to hearing because I have so many friends that are Oshi, so I have to be sure that I was pronouncing it correctly.
No, you got it right. You got it right.
Yeah. It's so good to have you here, sir.
Good evening.
To Sceneone TV live. Of course, this is our views. You're very welcome, sir. How are you today?
Very good. We're very good.
How was coming down here? Because every of my guests usually have maybe one small challenge locating our Tinkan Island.
No, with Google Map these days, everything is easy.
Right. So I don't know why people complain, and maybe those people that stay on you stay on the island, so the island people. So people that stay on the mainland, they have so many complaints about. But anyways, let's go straight to talking about why you're here today, which is causes and prevention of hypertension and diabetes. But before I talk about that, let's talk about what we just watched. So what brought about you wanting to give back to the society? What brought this?
Actually, I've worked in the public and private sector for about 6 years. So I've been able to understand that the challenges people face, it has to do with funds. Nigeria right now, we're almost like what would I call it, the capital of poverty. So I look at it like, okay, people are saying the communities, why don't they go to hospitals, their primary health cares, why don't they go there, it's cheaper. So we've been able to understand that some people believe in, number one, herbal medications. They don't believe they have to go to the hospital to get themselves checked. Then there are some particular people who believe they don't have money for healthcare, but they can spend money on different things. But when it comes to healthcare, they don't take it serious until they are sick, very severe. There are some group of people who believe that people who go to hospitals are people who are extremely sick. And one thing about these diseases, hypertension and diabetes, they hardly show symptoms, especially hypertension. In fact, when you start getting symptoms of hypertension is when it's very severe.
Very chronic.
And the complications are beginning to set in. So it's not about, oh, I have a headache, I can't see well or something. It means complication is about to set in. So all these things were the things I looked at and I was like, there's a community, Abidjan community. I was able to walk for about 100 to 200 meters and I didn't really see any clinic around. So I was like, these people, where did they go to? What did they do? How did they get themselves checked? So we walked into the community, we asked them questions and they were like, there's nothing like that around here. So let's start this. That's why we started as a lab. We're like, let's start something here. Let them do free health check. And gratefully, we were able to engage about 282 people in 1 month. In 1 month, we were able to engage 282.
I realized the exercise was for like about a month.
A month. And out of these 282, it will interest you to know that about 105 of them were hypertensive. And 24 of them knew they were hypertensive, but they were not taking any form of medications. So it's just like you have a time bomb that is just there, about to explode.
And you're looking at it ticking, like, but you don't know how to.
About to explode. You're just looking at it. And when there's something we call mild, moderate, and severe hypertension. Over 80% of these people belong to the part of severe hypertension. And we're talking of blood pressure greater than 180 over 110. That's what we're getting. And when you ask them, well, I don't have money to get medications, and it's interesting to know that these medications are about 500 to 1,000 naira. So meaning you'll be spending about, let's just say 12,000 naira in 1 year. Then in 4 years, you spend about 48,000 naira in 4 years. But it's interesting to know that if complication of hypertension, like stroke, should set in, just to do the test, there's a test they're going to tell you to do, and it's called CT scan. To do a CT scan is about 40 to 50,000 naira. Meaning, what you are refusing to do, you would have, because no doctor is going to review you if they don't see a CT scan, because you have to differentiate between what we call hemorrhagic and ischemic stroke. So no doctor is going to review you if they don't see the CT scan. And what you are avoiding, the tendency of you meeting it is there if you don't get yourself checked.
No way, you can't meet it. All right, guys. At this point, I have like so many, like 1,001 questions, but I don't think I give like a proper introduction. So he is the medical director of, and I think I should let you do that. So help us enlighten your field more. Let's sell your markets.
Okay. Thank you. So I'm the medical director of Deos Healthcare. we engage in the community, we offer affordable services, and the reason is because let it not be because of money you can't get yourself checked.
Let it not be because of money.
I told people we're not focusing on profit at this point.
Okay.
Let the community, let's give back. You get? Because if you don't give back, these people, they won't get themselves checked, and while they're running, as in you will just hear, okay, this person you saw today is no more, and that's it. That's why we have to try as much as possible to give back. Come, get yourself checked, we'll help you. But the thing is, in terms of medications, people still won't try and get medications. That's why
they're now looking for free on medication.
Medications.
I can imagine that. All right, let's come to the basis for some people who don't know or who do not know, because I went out to the street today to ask questions, and we'll watch that later on the show. But let's start with, what is this killer disease we'll be talking about? What is high blood pressure? What is diabetes? But let's start with hypertension. High blood pressure.
Hypertension is simply defined as elevated high blood pressure, in which the blood pressure in the arteries are persistently elevated. Okay. You have to understand that the blood pressure in the arteries are persistently elevated. And how do you know that you have high blood pressure? It's by using what we call a sphygmanometer, and there is the manual one and there is the electronic one. The electronic one is easily available everywhere. Because with the manual one, it has to be a doctor that will check it, or a nurse. The up one is what we call the systolic, while the lower one is what we call the diastolic. I usually put more emphasis on the diastolic, because with the up one, there is the systolic. If it's as high as 150 and over 80, and the person probably has an injury, most likely the systolic would go up. But you see, with the diastolic,
that's the lower one, and
the
people
lower
don't
one
seem to pay attention to that one, because people feel it's the higher one you have to pay attention to first before the lower one.
You're very correct.
Because I used to do that, so I didn't know until you emphasized.
You're very correct. But the diastolic, we don't even, once it gets to 90 of 100, we tell you have to be on medications. Wow. But when we say 150 over 80, we can tell you, but go. Probably you need to rest well. Come back in 2 weeks. Get yourself checked.
If it's the same
thing, then we might place you on medications. But when the down one is getting to 90, 100, 110, we place, as in that patient most likely is hypertensive. Now, there are two types. There's what we call the essential hypertension and the secondary hypertension. In all over the world, the most common is the essential hypertension, which is about 90 to 95% of cases, while the secondary is about 5 to 10%. The secondary, most young people, that's when you see probably a 25-year-old with hypertension, most likely that person has secondary hypertension, because probably either a chronic kidney disease, or maybe what we call Cushing syndrome, or women who are on birth control pills. Most of them will belong to that secondary hypertension. But essential hypertension, which is more common in every environment, which represents about 90 to 95% of cases, would you can't say there's no particular cause. There are only risk factors. Okay. There are risk factors, and the number one risk factor, age. When someone who is more than 40 years old, more than 50 years old, we call them the adults. They are most likely going to have hypertension. They most likely, I'm not saying they will. Family history, like if your father or your mother has hypertension, there's a risk that you might also have hypertension.
You can say it's hereditary.
Hereditary, yeah. There's a risk that you might also have hypertension. Thirdly, people who engage in what we call sedentary lifestyle, like smoking, who take lots of alcohol, most likely they might have hypertension. Well, another set of people are the obese. When we say someone is obese, it means the person BMI, that is body mass index, is greater than 30. When someone is morbidly obese, it means the BMI is greater than 35.
So that has nothing to do with even size, basically.
Just once you check your BMI, if you are very tall and you're big, you might not even be obese. But that's why people who are obese also have the risk of having high blood pressure. We've mentioned cigarettes, we've mentioned others. So these people are at risk of having high blood pressure. So you can't really say there's a particular cause of what causes high blood pressure.
That explains a lot right now, because you can't just directly say this is what is the cause, or this is what can I say eating, like a form of eating, or maybe eating habits, or type of food that you eat is also a cause of?
That's a very good question, because I was supposed to talk about salt.
Okay.
Because if you engage in taking a lot of salt, you are also at risk of having hypertension.
Same salt we put in food.
Yeah. You know, some people, after the food is ready, they take pinch of salt and they put on the food.
When I was growing up, I used to do that. Don't see when somebody said this is very, very wrong.
That's very wrong. Because ideally, you're not supposed to take more than 2.4 grams of salt in a day. That's about a teaspoon. You're not supposed to take more than that in a day. But people. Wow. Once the food is ready, they say, "Oh, this food is not." Perfect. Yeah, so they tend to add spreading salt on it. You get, which is very wrong, very, very wrong. So you have to eat healthy.
Okay.
When we say healthy, that's taking more vegetables, more fruits. So when you do that, you're already eating healthy. Engage in more physical activity. So when you eat healthy, you're not going to stand at risk of having hypertension.
All right, guys. I think let's go on a quick break. I think I should go. Okay, no, let's go on a break. When we come back, then I'll have to show you what I want to show. But let's go on a break. When we come back, our doctor is still here. We're going to still talk about causes. But guys, do not forget to call the numbers. They're going to pop up on your screen right now. Call us if you have any question as regards this topic we're talking about today. Please do call us. Our in-house doctor is ready to explain, give you answers, or basically whatever it is you want to know. All right, stay connected. When we come back, we're still talking hypertension and diabetes.
Hello people, welcome to Sceneone TV. Here is a chance to be a part of the Sceneone TV family, where we have engaging content like Jennifer's Diary, Industry, and a whole lot of entertaining and educative content. To get started, simply log on to www.sceneone.tv to enjoy exciting content. And also, you can download the app on Google Play Store or on iOS Store. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channels at Sceneone TV. If you're experiencing issues or require any assistance, kindly contact our 24-hour online customer service by calling or sending a message via WhatsApp to +234 8090 717512 or +234 8036 334229. Sceneone TV!
Nollywood at your fingertips!
Alright guys, welcome back. It's still Sceneone TV Live, and of course this is our views on Sceneone TV, and I still have Dr. Osiyemi in the building. Now, we've dealt let's say a little, I can't say so much on hypertension, which is high blood pressure, but I want us to talk about, let's go to diabetes this time around. Then before we can now start digging our hands into if it's pork meat or whichever one we want. So let's talk about diabetes. What is diabetes, and then we'll go from there. Oh,
diabetes simply means high blood sugar in the body. When blood sugar in the body is high, and what there's something we call type 1 and type 2.
Okay.
Type 1 in those days we call it the juvenile diabetes, while type 2 we call it adult onset diabetes. Now, what does this simply mean? It means the type 1 simply means the pancreas is not able to produce enough insulin, while type 2 simply means the cells in the body producing insulin are not functioning properly. So if we're able to understand that if this happens, there are some clinical features, what we call the symptoms, that can occur. Here with their symptoms in diabetes, when you see a patient maybe passing like 4 or 5 times of urine in the night, that's frequent, always wanting to pass urine, frequent urination, always asking for water. I want to drink water like every hour, taking water. Maybe patient is always hungry at every point in time, wants to eat. Then those are the 3 major features in diabetes, symptoms in diabetes. But there are some others, whether fatigue, patient can't see properly.
Yeah, I was going to say partial blindness.
Patient can see properly. Those symptoms they will start coming in when probably this these other 3 major symptoms have been occurring, not checked, complications will start setting in. Like it's simple. Hypertension and diabetes, they don't kill. It's the complications that causes issues.
There are things that we can manage.
Yeah,
you can live with for a very long time, and you'll be very fine.
Fine. Okay. Perfectly. You just take your medications, see your doctor regularly, and you'll live with. Take your medications, and you can live for life. But it is failure to like they give you the medication for 1 month, you decide, oh, I'm fine, I don't want to take these drugs anymore, I can't be taking drugs for life. Those are the people who would have complications, because if you don't take your drugs, complication is bound to set in. It's as simple as that.
Okay, so let's come to causes of diabetes, because I haven't, because I can understand that of hypertension, but for that of diabetes, I don't seem to get it. In as much as I know people say hereditary is like the key factor. If your great grandpa had diabetes, somehow, somewhere, if you're in that lineage, you're going to have it. So what is the root cause of diabetes?
Hypertension and diabetes, they're like brothers and sisters. It's just one is high sugar intake, while hypertension is high salt intake. So if you look at it, diabetes, what will cause diabetes? You know, we've already said there's type 1 and there's type 2. Type 1, juvenile, you can't really say this is what will cause it. It's there.
Okay.
You can't say this patient, once it's there, the patient already has it. Probably most likely from family history, patient has juvenile diabetes. But adult onset, meaning it has to take several years. Patient is most likely above 40.
So that means it means it can go from juvenile to adult.
No.
Okay.
Once you have juvenile diabetes, it means the insulin. That's why I said the insulin, the pancreas is not producing enough insulin. Okay. So the juvenile, they have to be on insulin. Most of them have to be on only insulin. While for the adult onset, they can be on oral medications. There are two different things. Wow. When you see that someone is taking injections, insulin,
and I'm always wondering, like, okay, that's the juvenile.
That's the juvenile one. Okay.
It's not like so bad.
Yeah, they've had diabetes from young age growing up. But for the adult onset, they've been taking oral medications. They will take oral medications. Now, if you let's now take for the mentioned causes. Family history, very key factor. A patient who is obese, age, okay, it occurs in the adulthood. So smoking, alcohol, taking a lot of alcohol. Okay. So these patients will be predisposed to having diabetes. Okay. So you can't say there's a particular cause, because there are two types. One, the insulin is not producing well, while the second one, the cells in the body are not functioning properly. Then that one, you can take oral medications. You don't need insulin. Okay. Most of the time, you don't be needing insulin.
For that the cell is not working, does it mean while you're taking the oral medication, it goes?
Yes. No, not that it will go. As in, it will just take. As in, it will reduce the blood sugar to the normal level. And what is the normal level? The normal level is supposed to be between 60 to 100 milligram per DL. Because some people will go, there's the machine, the blood sugar machine. Some people will see, what I can see only 4 here. That one is based on millimole. So there are two different things. With the millimole, we can convert it to milligram. I think it's by 18. Once you multiply it by 18, you've already converted it to milligram per DL. So but the major one people use is the milligram per DL. So the normal is 60 to 100. Then there's something we call impaired glucose tolerance. That's about 100 to 126. Then we say a patient is diabetic when it's greater than 127. That's fasting blood sugar, because there's fasting and there's random. Random when you eat, that's what we call random blood sugar. But fasting, you won't take anything from 12 midnight up to like 7, 8 a.m. in the morning where the test is conducted.
That sounds very enlightening. Alright guys, we're going to go on another quick break. When we come back, I'll show you this clip where I had to ask people questions. And to my surprise, Nigerians, that's what I would say. I think we need, I don't know how to put it, we need to educate ourselves more. And I think this shows like this help people to should I say sensitize them to doing the right thing? Because in as much as I don't know so much about this thing, I was even advising people to go do it. Okay, stay connected, guys. Don't go nowhere. When we come back from this break, we still have more questions, and I'm still waiting for your calls. Like, I miss my gang, my fam. You guys are not calling me. The numbers are going to be on your screen. Okay, do call us. Okay, stay connected. Sceneone TV.
Now for people where they that one be their own problem now, because that one nothing concern me concern high blood pressure. Me I still got land.
I'm thinking from it. I'm just feeling fine, so that's why I'm not thinking about.
High blood pressure can cause you to death. Your mind will be caught when you are not in a good order. That is what high pressure is.
What I know about high blood pressure is, to me, if I go to the hospital and I complain to my doctor, he would ask me to go and do this, what do you call it? So from there, they will check my blood pressure and tell me whatever they want.
Okay, though, but I don't know something about it that will make me, I know they check it.
To me, I just believe it's fast to death.
What I did is I did a test of it about it last year, and it's okay. And secondly, I did it earlier this year, and it is okay.
Me, I never check out. If it happen to other, but me, I know what me I don't bring. Me, as I did, I still can't pay now.
You get yourself checked regularly.
Exactly, off and on.
Me, I don't understand now, because as like this, I just finished, and that is why I don't need to.
And just last week that I checked my blood pressure and it's very okay.
Very okay. It wasn't high, it wasn't low?
It wasn't high, it wasn't low, yes.
Sometimes I check myself. I know. I check myself, but it's not really often.
Not really often. But you have the machine on. Why don't you check all the time?
Because I'm always busy. I'm a busy type of person.
Well, it has been long.
Why is that, sir?
I don't used to sick. I'm a patient.
All right, guys, welcome back. So I was actually laughing. In as much as I find that very funny, it is not funny because it is life-threatening situations. Basically, I couldn't even ask them about diabetes because in as much as I was asking about hypertension, high blood pressure, the answers they were giving me was even scaring me. That's like the honest truth. And I was trying to educate them. So now my question is this: how can we tell people or educate them? We have a call we just missed. Okay, please do call us back, guys. Okay. Now, how can we educate people that this thing? I was even telling someone is a silent killer. You know, to say I gallant for those that have watched it. And I'm now wondering, how can we educate people that we need to check this thing? In as much as we go about our random doings and our day, and you feel like somebody said, I don't get a dick, I don't fall sick, so why I go check on? How can we sensitize people? How can we educate them? What can we tell them that you need to go check this thing? If not,
I think when we were doing ours, we had to say there's something to take. There's coke. There's things. You know,
are you serious?
When people hear there is something, there's a benefit. There's a benefit. You can't just tell them.
In as much as what they are doing is even a benefit.
Because they don't know. They don't know.
So how do we now educate people? Now, how do we bring them to the light to know that? If not, because okay, I don't know the exact statistics.
When they go to churches, they need to talk more about it.
Okay.
They need to engage.
True though, because I think my church does.
Yeah. They need to engage people. Like maybe like twice in a year. Tell them, oh, after church service today, there is a doctor doing free checkup. That's where you get them. That's where you get it. Because whether you like it or not, Nigeria, people always go to church. 80% of Nigerians would go to church. So you catch them. You catch them more there. You catch them more there. Then, if you're going to do a free check, you have to give them like free incentives. That's the way, because no one is going to leave the house and tell them just come and check your blood pressure. Am I sick? I have somewhere to go to. So why are you telling me
something that is free for something that will benefit your health?
You have to. We're in a country where we have to know. Okay, how do you get this person to do this?
Why do we have that system? I know that's not what I'm talking about today, but why do we have that system of give me something to get something? Why do we have that? Okay, let me get this call. Hello? Hello? I can't seem to hear you. Hello? Hello? Okay, please do call us back, and please speak to me, talk to me. I don't bite, I guess. Do I bite? Please just do call us back, okay? So like you're saying, sir.
So what I'm trying to say is the place where in Nigeria, what I've been able to study the way these things work. I believe if pastors, bishops, if they engage, if imams, they definitely if they engage their followers very well, more people will check. More people will check you without even giving them any free incentive. You'll just go to the nearest place and check.
I think.
But if this is not being said, it will be difficult because you as a doctor just trying to convince someone, because you are going to the community. You are going to the community to tell them. They are not coming to meet you. You are going to them, telling them, come and check your blood pressure. They don't know what blood pressure is. They don't. Before you start talking of complications, you do free health talk. You have to be able to engage them. Come, do free health talk. Get like 4 or 5 doctors. Go to the community itself. Take the machine up. That's where you can. That's how you can do it. And most people, that's what they do. Not telling them, oh, you need to. I try to tell them go to the hospital. Most of them will not go
because you just hear people they slum and die, and you hear from very basic and simple things. Anyways, I don't. That was like I was going to say earlier. I don't know the exact statistics of number of people that die, because I know it's a large number. In as much as we do not pay attention to it, we have a large number of it now. But let's come to prevention. What can we do to prevent either hypertension or diabetes?
When you look at the risk factors, let's take hypertension for instance. Look at the risk factors, then you'll be able to know how to prevent it. Let's take the first one for instance, increase in salt intake. Okay. Now go to the prevention. You try as much as possible to reduce your salt intake. You shouldn't take salt at more than 2.4 grams in a day. That is your tea tablespoon. Very important. Then 2, take the second one for instance, a patient who is obese. What does that person need to do? Try and engage more in physical activity. Okay. Let's take the third one for instance. The patient takes cigarettes. There is no reduce cigarettes. Stop cigarettes. So let's take the fourth one. Patient takes a lot of alcohol. You can tell the patient reduce.
There has to be reducing alcohol intake.
I
like that part.
If you're going to tell someone
to cut it,
you reduce your alcohol intake. Like they say men should not take more than 3 units. That says there's a particular reference, or women should not take more than 2 units of alcohol in a day.
But how do you take alcohol every day? Let's on a serious note, how do people take alcohol every day? But anyway, that's not the topic for today. We'll come back to that another day. I'm sure Doctor won't talk about that tonight. But let's go on. Let's go on.
So once you're able to engage in this, you'll see you've been able to achieve in the prevention. Okay. There are some you can't stop, like age. You have to get old. Family history. Your father has hypertension, your mother, you can't stop that.
Okay.
So if you look at it, about 6 or 7, if you can achieve like 4, you're doing yourself good with all this. Because even if you have the hypertension.
What about exercise? What about
if you engage in a lot of physical activity. Okay. I'm not saying tomorrow go and start running probably on Lekki Ikoyi Bridge and no, what I'm saying is you can't just do brisk walk. You start. A baby doesn't start walking immediately. So you start from somewhere. You start walking before you start jogging, then before you start running. Because someone who has not engaged in any physical activity, by the time you tell the person to start running, the next day, most likely the person won't do it again. But once you say walk, do like 1 kilometer walk and walk back. Second day, do it again. Then the following week, you jog. Then gradually tell the patient to run. With that, the patient would be able to reduce, the blood pressure will be able to reduce at least 5 millimeter mercury.
Okay. We have a caller. Hello. This face looks familiar. Abdulaziz. Good evening. How are you today?
I'm fine.
Long time no see. I'm good. I'm very good. How are you today? Oh, I think I already asked. I say you're good. All right. So, what have you been up to?
I'm good. I'm okay.
I know you're good, you're okay, but what have you been up to?
Nothing much.
All right, good. So, do you have a question for us? Let me do like Bro Shaggy, hit me. So, what's your question?
Okay, my question is just how diabetes and hypertension are related.
Okay, I would give this to the doctor too. So, doc, we have caller asking how is diabetes and hypertension related?
Mr. Abdulaziz, very good question. They are more like brothers and sisters. Okay. It's not like a patient who has hypertension would most likely might most likely have diabetes. Not will have diabetes. Oh. So there are two different things. Okay. But there's even a third one, high cholesterol level, what we call dyslipidemia. So these three, they work hand in hand. Wow. Once the patient has hypertension, most likely the patient might have diabetes, and most likely the patient might have high cholesterol issue. So wow. They are like intertwined with each other, but it doesn't necessarily mean if you have hypertension you would have diabetes. One is high salt intake, while the other one is high sugar intake.
Abdulaziz, did you get that?
Was that?
Okay. All right, good. So does that answer your question?
Exactly.
All right, good then. So do you have anything to say aside the question? Because I know you've missed One TV Live, and of course we've missed you. I say Abi. Yeah. Where is our Ileya RAM? I didn't see it here. You didn't send ours over. It has finished.
That has finished already.
No, wow, it's all good. All right, thank you so much for calling.
Okay, thank you.
All right, so now this that you just said just got me. How would I put this? Worried. Now, if you have diabetes, somehow, some way, you can have hypertension and as well as the cholesterol. Sure. And we didn't even add that one, but I'm just saying there's a third sister in this family. So now, would I say living a good, healthy life for one can help subsidize the rest?
If you can see, all the prevention I've said, they are all intertwined with each other. The same way you will prevent diabetes is most likely the same way you will prevent hypertension.
So for salt, we switch for
sugar. Then you still engage in your exercise. Obese will still engage in physical activity. Then drinking. So if you see, they are like intertwined with each other. So if you're able to achieve this, you're already taking care of another one without even knowing.
That's a good one. All right, good. So now I want to come back to what we started with, which is your medical center giving free. Now, what is like the government now doing to support or to help? Because one man cannot do all of this, and this is just you doing it even in one community. And if maybe, for instance, you are established in different places, it's easy to do. But in Abidjan, you focused on doing it for Abidjan community. So what's the government, what's Lagos State government, what's Nigeria, the government as a whole, the federal government doing to support or help this cause?
No, the Lagos State government, let me first say, there are about 275 primary health care in Lagos. Now, Lagos is about to renovate. In fact, it's already taking place. About 75 world-class primary health care. So and they want to make it very, very affordable. So if this comes into place, all these things, and number one, you have to be able to go talk to people, like say health education. In fact, there are 8 components of primary health care, and one of them is health education. If you're able to go to different communities and tell them, in this particular center, you don't need to pay much to do this.
Sorry to bring it. How affordable is this test? Let's know how affordable is it to go and do your blood sugar and to like your hyper. I know some people do. So I see some places, pharmacies, they just come and check your blood pressure for free.
It depends on where you are, but in that community, 500 naira, you do your blood sugar.
Okay, for as low as 500.
As low as 500, you do your blood sugar. But the only thing about all this primary health care, it's the population. So plenty of people still get discouraged. Imagine you get it like 8 a.m. and you are not attended to like 2, 3 p.m. because of the staff strength might not be too
enough.
So that's one of the problems why people get discouraged, because if you're able to engage them, talk to them, build a center where people would go to, people would come. But is it being done? But Lagos State, I must tell you, because I've been able to study the primary health care, and it's just Lagos State that is trying to do world-class primary health care, ones that can compete with developed nations.
Oh, wow, that's very good. All right. At this point, I wish I could go more and more, but I think this is talking about this 101, this topic 101, because I think it keeps going on and on. But I think from this very peripherals, we've been able to learn like a whole lot. Thank you so much, Doctor. But at this point, we have to wrap up the show. Guys, what would I say? Thank you guys for tuning in. For those that will be watching this later, Sceneone TV is of course live, and Our Views is going to be airing every Monday. And yes, we have another celebrity one. You guys have to stay connected to us to find out. Maybe on Thursday. I think it's Thursday. Yes, on Thursday. So stay connected. You're going to be seeing me twice in a week, every week. Yeah, every week. And of course, Unzipped. I'm sure you guys have been seeing this show Unzipped by your homegirl Eve. So you guys stay connected and keep watching all of this show. Then we've still got Jennifer's Diaries, Industry, and a whole lot of package content. Just go to the platform or buy. When I say buy, it didn't sound, but still they say buy, era, still buy for a little token and enjoy all of these things. Thank you so much, guys, for tuning in. Thank you, Doctor Osiyabi, for coming through. I had to get that handshake. All right, guys, I love you guys. I remain Worldwide Papi on Instagram, at Sceneone TV on Instagram and all platforms, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, of course. So till next time, till Thursday, you guys will see me on Thursday. Our celebrity corner. I'm sure you guys won't talk to this person when you guys see him or her. Don't let me disclose yet. But from me to you guys, good night. I love you guys. Adios. Whatever. Kajifo. Yes, I got that one this time around. Adios. Can you take it away already? Bye.
Family members they call every day. As we they turn up, they ball every day. I'm a boy, they go, they talk every day. No pain, no gain, they work every day. I want to kuro ni shoro, ni shoro. No more jagiri jagani doro, ni doro. Boutani we go celebrate. Every day we go jubilate. Baba loke is never late. Some people know they appreciate. I want all load to make you one let one let make you one let go. One let make you one let go. One let nip and one let song.